he's up against a positive side, oozing with confidence. Everything about the place seems to be on the up. The fans certainly turn out numbers. That's not a good start, though. That is not a good start. Wigan would have talked about, we need to make sure that we start well. We're physical with them. Don't let them play. This is exactly the start that the Warriors wanted.
There's a breeze blowing. In fact, it has cooled down a lot here in East Yorkshire in the last couple of hours. The cloud cover has come across, the sun has disappeared, and there is a wind swirling around the ground, as is normally the case at Craven Park. And from that era, Wigan are in possession and in a good position to maybe start positively here, which is what they need to do tonight.
Yeah, just looking at the Hull KR defence, markedly improved this season, and it's facing its first examination this evening. Second best defence in the league. The Wigan Warriors are going to have a job on their hands here, even with this early possession and early territory.
Here is Joe Shorrocks taking the loose forward roll, plays the ball quickly. Liam Byrne driving towards the line. The Irish international prop forward is held up. And Wigan will retain possession. And this is a big opportunity for them. That error. Byrne has got a bang on the nose already this evening. Here is Shorrocks once more, versatile player. The 23-year-old. Sam Powell just scanning, then goes to his right. Harry Smith shapes to kick, and the kick does come through. And Abbas Miski was chasing, and fullback Ethan Ryan had to make that one safe. Good start this for Wigan.
That's a big set of six for them. You know, they're not renowned for being overly expansive. They like to play off power. Some nice touches from all the key playmakers in that spine, putting pressure under Ethan Ryan at the back, who just doesn't take any risk, gets it off the field. Another set of six here now for Matty Pete's men.
Get the ball back from this Mikey Lewis kick, which gets some distance. And Bevan French is underneath it and then says to Liam Byrne, there you go, take him on. And Byrne does just that. Powell. Here is Cade Ellis, sub in the opening 9 rounds, but he is starting this evening because of the lack of props available to Matty Pete. The ball is down on the ground and French struggles to get there, and that's the first error from Wigan. And that period of possession comes to an end with that sloppy pass.
Yeah, 2 big pole plays from Byrne and Ellis, but it was good inside pressure. You can see it when Harry Smith gets the ball, he can feel the heat on the inside. He gets rid of that ball. It's a poor pass to Bevan French, and it's just dipping. The extra work, making sure you're getting it right. It's Dean Hadley, the man that Willie Peters was talking about before the game.
Bevan French is going to come in for an awful lot of focus from Hull KR, and he is from us as well. He's one of the stars of Super League, but his opposite number, I think, tonight, Ethan Ryan, is a man who's playing out of position. The regular fullback for Hull KR, Lachlan Coote, injured. Ethan Ryan's played the last 2 games at fullback. I think he's got a real try-scorer's instinct, and he's got a real good positional sense, a natural athlete. Really looking forward to see how he handles the pressure that will inevitably come his way.
So, OKR have possession. Here is Dean Hadley, who is starting at prop once again. Willie Peters impressed with the way he's taken on that role. And that's a good run from Elliot Michella. That's a great run.
Hasn't he been outstanding this year? Big part of why they've been successful.
He's offloaded. He's offloaded to Parcell. They're going to keep this alive. Here goes Jez Litton weaving his way towards the posts. Wigan manages to snaffle him.
Well, they take their opportunities. Look at that, 3 around him. Good offload, good pickup as well from Parcell.
And this is Hull KR on the attack. Ethan Ryan stopped in his tracks. Miski and Harry Smith down the short side they go. Here is Sean Kennydell, hat-trick scorer against Wigan in that round 1 victory. Bundled towards the sideline, and that was on the last, and that'll be the turnover.
You tear that though. If you're Willie Peters, you tear that. They had a little crack at him on the short side. That left edge for Hull KR is lethal. They've scored 25 tries between him. You look at Ryan Hall, Sean Kennydell, Mikey Lewis and Kane Lynette. That's the side that they predominantly go when they look into attack.
So Wigan now work to do up against a very mean Hull KR defence.
And it's already got a big game feel about it. As I know we're only midway through the season, but the boys in the down at pitch side before the game, and they're pointing out just what's at stake here. Very, very little to choose between the two of them. Third against second coming into tonight. Very little in terms of the points on the board as well. So I think this element of the game will be very important. That territorial battle, the kicking battle.
Powell kicking on the fourth there.
Surrender. Stand Morgan.
And Ryan Hall returning it. Here is Sean Kenny-Dowell announcing that he's retiring at the end of this season. He has been a great acquisition though for Hull KR.
I agree, Bill. I think he's been absolutely outstanding. Won a grand final with the Roosters back in 2013. I wonder if he can see himself playing at Old Trafford come the back end of the year.
What a way to sign off that would be for the former New Zealand international. On the halfway line, and here is Hadley, another of the versatile players out there. He gets around the field. And he put his hand up for the prop vacancy, and Willie Peters has been impressed. Here's Mikey Lewis. That is a high hanging kick. Miskey doesn't fancy it. They've kept the ball alive. They've kept the ball alive and got it to Ryan Hall. And Hall flicks the pass out. And it's picked up by Ethan Ryan. And that was on the lumps, but Wigan very nearly paid the price there.
Well, the kicking game is so important, isn't it? Even with Jordan Abdul not in, you've got to make sure you challenge. Look, this is how dangerous they are. Keeping the ball alive, it doesn't come off of them. But again, it's the right part of the field to turn the ball over.
Here is Liam Marshall just back in the side after 2 games out, the wingman. Morgan Smithies now. Had a big game against Leeds in the Cup last week. Did 80 minutes. Liam Byrne. Okay, our good record against...
Oh, he's lost the ball, Liam Byrne. I really like him. He's a no-nonsense, like old-style prop forward, gets the ball, runs hard, tries to put the ball down. I think he clips the knee, just loses possession as he's getting up, Batchelor. And you can just see the bobble is enough. Jack Smith says there's a knock-on, 40 metres out. And he knows it's got to be better. Getting that ball to the ground and playing it correctly.
He's been in the thick of it in the opening 7.5 minutes as Liam Byrne, as you can see from the blood on his nose, but that knock-on, it's given Hull KR the opportunity now. Inside, Wigan's 40. Here's Matt Parcell. He might well do a full 80 minutes this evening. Suasu as the crowd goes up for him. Parcell, here is Minchella. Minchella, little sort of dummy. And he again manages to offload. And here is Mikey Lewis, and Lewis, Kane Lynette comes back towards the posts. They're only about 5 metres away. Parcell going topless. Mikey Lewis, Suasu again. Hull KR driving towards those posts. Wigan on their own try line. Short ball finds Hadley. Hadley is uprooted by Wigan's defenders. That's the 5th tackle. French all tangled up with Hadley. Referee lets that one go. Mikey Lewis. Lewis flings the pass out wide. Here's Ryan Hall, work to do for him. Hall manages to offload. And Hull KR once again can't keep it going.
There's a real blueprint here for everybody at home. This is the way that Hull KR want to play. This is the way the fans want them to play. This is what we've come to enjoy and come to expect from them. Offloads, the first 2 steps from Matt Parcell out of dummy half are causing Wigan all kinds of problems. Next time in possession, take a look at the Robins number 9. Those first 2 steps are lethal.
Well, if you can see, he's wearing number 9 because he's gone. He's off the shoulder look.
Well, it's a new look, isn't it?
Here is Liam Farrell. Forward is the cry from the Hull KR supporters.
That's one of his trademark runs, that behind the ruck, Liam Farrell. Jez let him shot across 3 of his players. You know, if you've got one of your smaller players on the field with intent like that in defence, shows you're up for a good night.
Powell manages to get the kick away, almost turning it into a 40-20. He was almost facing the wrong way at one point, so he did well to get that kick away, did Sam Powell. Still Matt Parcell waits for a new shirt. Might just bring out some safety pins. is Sean Kenny-Dowell. There is a new shirt waiting for him, but no stoppages to allow that at the moment. Here is James Batchelor in his debut Hull KR season, and he's having a good season as well. Jez Litton now in the halves this evening. Of course, Jordan Abdul and his monster boot missing tonight. Got to the 5th tackle. And will it be Mikey Lewis's boot that lofts this ball? He does. Again, high, and Miskey has time to collect that one.
Yeah, nice and calm, wasn't he? Underneath that Miskey. Well, when you're playing, like I said, no Jordan Abdul, but Mikey Lewis, another player who's got an intelligent boot. You're going to be put under some pressure if you're a back three player and you turn up here to play.
Hull KR have won 5 of the last 7 at home against Wigan. And that includes what counted as a home victory when they met at Leeds in COVID years. Here's French, and French gets it to Marshall, and Marshall has got some pace now. He's also got Farrell on the inside. He gives it to Farrell, and Farrell will get in for the first try of the night. Marshall's pace, and Farrell has some as well. Liam Farrell gets his 2nd try of the season, and Wigan cutting loose spectacularly there.
Well, they seem to be the team that's been under pressure. Liam Farrell comes up with a trademark run, like I said, behind the ruck, gets some decent field position. But the man who scurs everybody, Bevan French, you can't give him that space. I think it's Corey Hall that jams in and tries to close down the play. And then Marshall, just nice and controlled, just hugs that touchline, knowing that he's going to get some support. But again, you just look that out ball there. Players come in, players can't get hold of him, and Bevan French knows he's got to give that ball sooner or later someone who's in a better position than him. And it's Liam Marshall, and the other Liam Farrell this time scores the try. And that's the sign of a good side. Under pressure, then all of a sudden, blink of an eye, they'll get you.
Well, it's the first opportunity they've had, and it was offered up to them by Hull KR. It was, yeah, that combination on the right edge between Opicic and Corey Hall in defence. I think Opicic had gone in hunting for something, trying to shut something down. They've done the homework. They've looked at Wigan. They've looked at how dangerous they are. As we expect, Bevan French will be the focus of an awful lot of that. It didn't go right for them, but that's what Wigan can do. One opportunity, points.
Harry Smith just the wrong side of the posts with his conversion attempt, but Liam Farrell on his 334th career appearance, getting the try.
Yeah, Tom Opicic has come right out the line and put Corey Hall under all kinds of pressure. He could see what was unfolding, couldn't do enough to stop it, and then it's the pace from Marshall that allows the try to be scored, because once he gets in the clear, all Farrell needs to do is back up on the inside.
Timed his pass perfectly as well, didn't he, Liam Marshall? Here's Liam Byrne again on the charge. The 3rd Liam in this Wigan side tonight. Cade Ellis. Wigan, that'll steady them.
Tackle 3, go. Good response, Mikey.
Pretty good opening from Matt Peach's side to this one. Here's Joe Shorrocks.
Yeah, good play the ball from Shorrocks.
Outside.
Smith's kick.
Play on, everyone's good.
Ryan.
Well, the play the ball from Shorrocks enable Harry Smith to kick that ball on the front foot, and then that's the reason why you can get 4 players down there to control tackle 1 and Ethan Ryan. And Corey Hall now will find it difficult to get away from those markers now, nice and tight. This Warriors defensive line.
Go to.
Wigan due a win in this part of the world. They've lost on their last 3 visits to East Yorkshire.
3. Move Joel Morgan.
So they'll be hoping to put the record straight, and certainly after the round 1 defeat, that ball has been spilled. It was a risky offload that was never really on, and Wigan have got it back again.
It was Opicic that tried to offload the ball when it wasn't on, really. Like John said, he made the defensive error, tries to offload it. That's the 2nd error then. Got to keep hold of it.
Go on. Jez, let's still move on, surrender.
And it's given Wigan another platform. Here is Cade Ellis starting this evening. He's been on the bench for much of the season so far. Ryan Hampshire, a second start in a row for him. And Hampshire plays the ball about 5 metres out. Powell, it's to Shorrocks. Shorrocks and Farrell, well tackled by Jez Litton. Harry Smith, here's Bevan French. French puts a little kick in, and in the end, Sean Kenny-Dowell manages to get hold of the ball just for a moment.
It was a key involvement as well. You're always tempted whether to leave those balls to run through and let your fullback tidy up. I think right decision, all the experience in the world from Sean Kenny-Dowell. Just got the hand out and then was able to get back and scramble away, because that was really dangerous. We've seen that a couple of times recently from Bevan French.
Here is Dean Hadley. OKR approaching their own 40-metre line. Jez Litton. Corey Hall now. Came to OKR from Wakefield. Will Dagger going in the opposite direction. A swap deal. Minchella. Mikey Lewis. Here's Kane Lynette, and Hampshire clinging onto him, and clinging onto him too high, says referee Jack Smith. And OKR get their first penalty of the game.
Big Kane Lynette. What a player he is, being as well. We talk about Sean Kenny-Dowell, but he's just as good, isn't he? Picks out the smaller man in Ryan Hampshire, tries to get over the top, it earns his side a penalty.
Contact with the head. Let's go, mate.
Just trying to identify space. This whole KR side, they're setting up here on the right-hand side with some decent shape, and they'll need some decent attacking shape to break down the Warriors.
So Aso Su with the first charge at the Wigan line, and now little run from the newly shirted Matt Parcell.
Tackle 2, wait, and go.
He's tackled just out inside the 10. Hadley. So Aso Su once again, he's got the line in his sights tonight as the former Samoan international. Tackled just short. Matt Parcell, change of direction. Mikey Lewis, little kick. Nice hands from Bevan French.
It's a coincidence, isn't it? He's always there at the right place, right time. Bevan French reads the players so well, reacts to the kick, and just sweeps up at the back. Okay, now try and do a number, press really hard here, be disciplined, not give a penalty away.
Watch him going back in there.
Just the 2 penalties in the game, 1 apiece so far. Nearly 18 minutes on the clock. That is a risky pass. It's a pass that has come loose, and it's a knock-on. Liam Marshall refusing to give the ball back.
Well, the ball, the referee says knock on because initially he thinks that it goes towards his line and he goes over it, but he pulls it forward. Then he's under some pressure, isn't he? Upper check, gets off the line, he spots that there might be a problem here, and you can see he rolls over it. Yeah, correct call from the referee, Jack Smith. Good pressure. Hull KR are a side this year, when you look at them defended, they do like to get off the line, intimidate you. Monster, you've been looking for a big shot. And they've had a lot of field position in this game.
Now they've got a big opportunity after that knock-on. Here is Sean Kenny-Dowell. Toby King with the tackle on him. They're about 15 metres away. Ryan Hall takes it on himself, and then infield to Sean Kenny-Dowell. He goes backwards though, not making any progress at the moment. Parcell. Minchella. So Aso Su once more. Legs driving, carrying the Wigan defenders with him for a moment. Parcell. Here is Jez Litton. Litton, little step, but he runs into the clutches of the Wigan defence. Cade Ellis there to stop him. Farrell as well. It's Parcell once more. 4 tackles gone. Minchella. Mikey Lewis quickly on, and then the ball goes to ground, and it's picked up by Morgan Smithers, I think.
Well, solid defence. I think they just panicked over on the left-hand side. Then they saw Wigan come out the line. A little turn-up play, and he spots it. King forces that error.
Yeah, it's good defensive read from Toby King there, because the timing was right from Hull KR. There's a planned play. Linnett to Ethan Ryan out the back. Well spotted by Toby King. I tell you what, these Hull KR middles are doing well. I think Suasu, I've been incredibly impressed with him, as I have Elliot Minchella. For me, I was going to say one of the most underrated. He's not anymore. People know all about him. One of the most improved players in Super League.
Go for.
Here is Morgan Smithies again.
Held 5, release.
And they're just inside Hull KR territory, and Harry Smith hoists that one high, but towards the sideline and out on the full.
Yeah, Paul Kitt puts his hands up, acknowledges the mistake. He's got to get them right. Harry Smith overcooks it, a couple of metres over the sideline, and like you can see his frustration. He knows that's gifted Hull KR, probably about 30 metres.
Ends of sets are an issue, aren't they? Both sides at the moment.
Come on, Harry. Next one.
Harry Smith's got a couple of kicks away into space, and he's turned the Hull KR back 3 around. Hull KR have finished a couple of sets in that far corner, but there's nothing really yet that's challenged the opposition side. Ends of sets would be a concern for both coaches, I think.
Well, here's Dean Handley. Hull KR looking to come up with a challenge for Wigan's defence in this set. Lytton. The crowd a bit subdued at the moment, but felt some hope there as Batchelor took that pass. Here is Sam Luckley off the bench and into the action, and getting the offload away to Matt Parcell. Parcell stumbling, gives the pass to Mikey Lewis, and Lewis. Morgan Smithies all over him. Haven't had a set restart yet. That surely was close there. Sean Kenny Dowell trying to get the ball away, but Toby King all over him. King impressive this season for Wigan, ever present so far. Mikey Lewis shapes to kick, then passes, ball over the top. Ryan Hall, strength from him, strength from the Wigan defence. Jack Smith, what's he going to make of that one? Hall, he thinks, has got that one down. If he did, it's a mighty effort. Tom Grant's the video ref.
Tackle 5, on-field call of a try. We're checking touchline and grounding. He's in possession. He's got black boots on, so we'll keep rolling this through. He's still in possession at this point. He's still in possession. It appears to be down. Have you got anything else on that? I just want to make sure he maintains possession. This might be the one yet. So we've cleared his feet. He's in possession, so slow on this, please. We'll just go back on this angle, please. And just slow on this, please. Thank you. And then just back to the first angle I was shown, please. So he's clearly in possession, feet are well in. He's in possession. Thank you. I've seen all I need.
Wow, that is a sensational finish from the veteran 35-year-old Ryan Hall to get that ball down despite the presence of Bevan French and the strength of Morgan Smithies. Hall claims another try, his 8th of the season. What strength to get that down.
The guy's a machine. One of the best finishes Super League seen. Last tackle played, switching play from Mikey Lewis, feigned the kick, ball away and over the top from Minchella, and I tell you what, that's 1,000 to 1 shot to finish that in the corner. If you could entrust it to one man, you would entrust it to Ryan Hall, and he adds to a very, very envious try tally. What a finish. Holds off the attention of Bevan French and Morgan Smithies, and there's fingertip control on that ball. It's Mikey Lewis' willingness to play, willingness to keep the ball alive, and that is some finish.
I'm trying to sell it to me. I think there was a bit.
I'm not trying to sell it to you. The video referee said try.
It's gone up as a try. Video refs give it a try. There's a bit of doubt for me.
He is closing on Danny Maguire as the all-time Super League top try scorer.
Yeah, he looks nervous, Danny Maguire, doesn't he?
He's going to drop him when he gets close.
Ian Proctor alongside me. He's 13 behind now. I think he is. Yeah, that's another misconversion. So 4 points apiece. Ryan Hall, like I said, 35 years of age. He got a try against Wigan in round 1. And he's repeated the feat this evening.
Oh, he's brilliant. There's only probably Ryan Hall that could score or give himself a chance of scoring on some strong defence like that. But it's the offloading game for me. Hull KR are really troubling Wigan with their offloads. And that man, wow. What an outstanding player he has been.
9 times out of 10. 9 times out of 10, Morgan Smithies comes across in that situation, and the winger is in the front row of the stand, isn't he?
That's part of the Wigan DNA.
Yeah, but have you seen the size of that winger?
that willingness to scramble, that willingness to not give an inch. But it's all Ryan Hall needed was an inch. And you talk about the offload game. Off the back of that, Matt Parcell, honestly, look at that.
Oh, there you go. He's left Joe Shorrock flat on his back.
So we're talking about those yardage plays that, like 10 metres from your line, that's one of the hardest carries that you've got. You've got a winger running into the middle, in the thick of the action, the forwards, and skills a player. You don't see that often. Look at him, still manages to keep going forward. You've got to love him.
Well, he's signed on for another year as Ryan Hall. And he made his Super League debut at the first Magic weekend back in 2007 in Cardiff. 2007. And he is still rattling defences and defenders. Hull KR's kick deep downfield into the arms of Abbas Miski, who then finds Bevan French, but Hull KR are waiting for him. He shows the ball to Marshall, threatens to go outside Corey Hall. Hall's heart fluttering for a moment there.
Everybody's, the coaches, the fans, the players, just let the play unfold as long as you keep on mapping across and not trying to solve that problem yourself by just flying out the line, trying to close it down, because if you get it wrong, we saw what happened, which led to the Wigan opening try.
Well, 25 minutes gone, 4 points apiece. Liam Farrell, the try for Wigan. Ryan Hall, the try for Hull KR. 2 seasoned campaigners. Farrell 32 now. Ryan Hall 35. There is Farrell playing the ball for Wigan. Harry Smith. Smith fires the pass to Marshall. Marshall, little kick in field. Bevan French chasing, but good work from fullback Ethan Ryan. Getting there first. Read the situation well.
Yeah, I think he's been solid the last couple of games, like John was saying earlier. Last couple of games, he's played at fullback. I think he's been very good. Nobody's got to deal with it. Marshall kicks the ball back across. He's got to readjust. He's got to get hold of the ball. And because that ball was bouncing on the floor and he was taken in the air, that's okay. It's seen. And Ethan Ryan, like I said, I think he's a solid player at the back. He's an attacking threat.
Let's go, Mikey.
Second goal line dropout of the game, forced by the Wigan Warriors. And here comes Morgan Smithies.
First, move in.
Just inside, that's Hull KR 40, and Hull KR penalised.
He has got a quick play of the ball, Morgan Smithies. There's a lot of work. You see that when he goes into contact, he manages to get to the side. The Hull KR players are just trying to control him. Lands on his front and difficult to turn over as well.
First, off the ball now, Elliot.
Patrick Mago. And here is Harry Smith, and that's quick hands, that's great hands. And Cade Ellis rumbling onto that ball for Wigan, and they're bang in front of those posts. Mago's the dummy runner. On it goes to Hampshire. Hampshire over the top. Miski has work to do. He's going to take on Ryan Hall. Not such a good idea.
You know, you've got to love it. If you're a Hull KR fan, Caelan starts celebrating. And the Warriors players, Toby King in particular, doesn't like it. There was nothing wrong with it. The way that they defended the line, they scramble well, the Robins, and their attitude and commitment for each other to protect the try line is the reason why they're at the top of the table, looking for second spot if they can turn over the Warriors. Good defence.
In the middle, yeah.
Look at this. Sean Kenny-Dowell holds him up. Ryan Hall, Mikey Lewis pushes him over, and the head over the sidelines just enough.
Yeah, just hand over. Abbas's touch. Play the ball, 2 markers in, Morgan.
Abbas Miski, Lebanese international, keeping his place in the Wigan side. Ian Thornley, 18th man this evening. LKR with Corey Hall. And he has lost the ball, it's been stolen, and KR will get another penalty.
All that is just sheer frustration. You know, Corey Hall picks a good line, he's very strong in the tackle. Ellis just strips the ball. You've got to make sure that, like, something's gone against you, you've got into touch over on the right-hand side. You come away, you're trying to restrict those meters, you've got to be clinical.
Is James Batchelor then from that penalty, and they're inside Wigan's 40. Have we had a set restart yet? I'm not sure. We've had one, I beg your pardon.
2. Move Morgan! Junior, 10 here.
So Wigan
Go 2.
on their own 20. Here's Minchella. Here is Kane Lynette.
Out, Toby! 3. Go 3.
3 tackles gone. Mikey Lewis slithering. Elliot Minchella. Another strong performance from him. Just missed one game this season. He's lost that ball though in the tackle. And Toby King and Morgan Smithies celebrate. Shake of the head from Minchella.
Yeah, he's been strong in contact. He's got a couple of offloads away in this game. Under a bit of pressure, desperate to try and get up and play the ball. As he's getting up, he loses possession. Toby King just can't get out of the way.
There's a hand in there.
You've got to have better control over it as well, haven't you? You know, you're responsible. You know that there's going to be bodies in. He drops that for me.
So let off for Wigan. And Willie Peters will be annoyed at the errors that are hampering his side's performance so far. But
Off the ball, Jez!
I'll tell you what, the Robins have managed well since the foul break on 11 minutes. They've managed that general defensive line. There's not been too many prods and pokes through that. That's remained intact, which will be tonic for the head coach.
Hold and go.
Hampshire. Here is Junior Semba, who had a cracking game in the Cup last week. At Leeds, got a try. Cade Ellis once more, just inside LKR territory now.
Go 5.
And it's with Harry Smith, and Smith launches another one. And Ethan Ryan comes for it and claims it before the Wigan players can get there.
Confident take by Ethan Ryan. Remember him playing back at the Bradford Bulls years and years ago, wing and fullback, very, very good under the high ball. That's an assured take.
I was just going to say, you watch his reaction when that ball goes high in the air. He's not even looking at the Wigan defensive line. Takes it well.
He's an Irish international, is Ethan Ryan.
2. Move! You've got to find space! Stay here, Cade.
And of course, Lachlan Coote out of action. The fullback role is vacant. Here is Ryan Hall.
3. Move, Junior! 3.
They're on their 30-metre line, Hull KR. Sean Kenny Dowell now.
4. Move now, son!
Yeah, smart tactical play as well. 3 backs gone in to take some workload from the forwards. They've been doing it tough in the middle. Great run from Matt Parcell. He's so dangerous from dummy half.
That's the 5th tackle, just on that Wigan 40-metre line. The ball reaches Mikey Lewis, and Lewis tries some trickery. Here's Kane Lynette, and it's Lynette who puts the kick in the end. And it's not a bad one, and French almost makes it an even better one.
It wasn't the softest touches, was it, that kick from Kane Lynette?
2. Out, Elliot!
It's a real battle of attrition, this is, as you'd expect, between the sides 2nd and 3rd in the Super League table. That is the set restart. The hooter sounds.
Get the 10.
Well, both sides just desperate for these opportunities, aren't they? You know, you've got to roll the sleeves up, do the hard work. I think that's Harvey Hill that's on the field now.
The 19-year-old making his 4th Wigan appearance.
Phil played against his dad. Howard Hill played at Oldham.
Here is Bevan French. French to Marshall. Marshall. Farrell is king. Screaming for the kick. He gets the pass. He gets his 2nd try of the night. And Wigan have cut loose again on their left edge. And Marshall is again the creator. And Liam Farrell is the beneficiary once more. His 2nd try of the night, his 3rd try of the season. And they go and salute Liam Marshall. He doesn't just score tries, Marshall. This evening, he's making them.
Do you know, he probably could have scored this try himself. And you look at this, the movement here, the ball from Bevan French is top draw. And then Marshall, he goes himself there, he scores that try. Unselfish play from him, knowing that he's got a player on the inside. For me, who always leads with his actions. Clever play from French, sucks him in. Marshall, look at this. On the button to Liam Farrell. And this is just good play. Good all-attacking play. You can see Bevan French, when he throws that ball, all he's doing, he's looking at what Opetec's doing. As soon as he sinks in, that's the time to pass it to his winger. And in turn then, no panic in that situation, and Farrell's there.
And it's given Wigan an 8-4 lead, and Harry Smith this conversion attempt to extend the lead, but Liam Farrell, his 14th Wigan season, and no, not surprising, he's been in the dream team the last 4 seasons, last 4 consecutive seasons. He is a model of consistency, as was that man in yellow, Sean O'Loughlin. Just sending out the instructions. Smith, this time he's on target. Hull KR 4, Wigan 10 after 34 minutes.
Liam Farrell scores the try, but look at this lead line from Farrell there. Absolutely ruins Jez Litton in defence, and that causes the knock-on effect, that domino effect of the central winger having to come in. And it's only right that he gets to dot down, because I think he was the architect of that. Such a committed lead line, which it demands the attention and demands the respect of the defender.
Both Wigan tries coming down that whole right. Marshall underneath the ball.
Held! Release! Tackle 1, go.
They'll be disappointed, Hull KR. They're only 5 minutes off getting to the break and listening to what Willie Peters has got to say half-time. On the back of conceding points, they concede a penalty. They're going to get some good field position to have another crack at the line. Matty Staunton is the man who's penalised just too long in that tackle with Wardle.
Oh, that's a harsh call.
It is.
Yeah, that's a harsh call. We were talking about ball carrier's responsibility there, weren't we, to retain control. Wigan have got away with one there.
Harvey Hill playing the ball. Can they capitalise on it? Here is Patrick Mago now.
Held!
And Mago
Release! Tackle 2, go.
plays the ball inside that Hull KR 30. Harry Smith, short ball.
Off his leg, go.
Bit of a mess at the play of the ball, but the referee says Hull KR can have the penalty for that.
You didn't play the ball, you put your hands around him.
Well, it looks like he's been penalised for his incorrect play of the ball. He's just holding back. I think it's Minchella, isn't it? That's what he's been done for. Well, he gets up, he plays the ball, it's one-on-one. And I think he's done him for obstruction, where he's saying that Minchella just can't get to the play of the ball. He can't get to the ball, sorry. Can't get to the free player at the back.
Hull KR trailing by 4 points to 10. It's been a very tight first half, though. Let's get the view of Hull KR assistant coach David Hodgson. David, what do you reckon to your side's performance so far?
We've been letting Wigan off the hook quite a bit. We're not making them do some hard yards, coming out with yardage, which has been hurting us, and they're throwing some great shape. At our right edge, coming to their left, we haven't dealt with a couple of them shifts when they've come that way.
So there's plenty of room for improvement then?
Yeah, definitely. We'll hopefully try and fix that the back end of this half now, but plenty of things to chat about at half-time, I think.
Thanks, David. Magic hero, of course, David Hodgson. From his playing days for the Robins. Now then, can Hull KR finish this first half on a positive note? No, not if they lose the ball like that. They've lost the ball, but it's been reefed out, I think, by Wigan. It's another penalty.
Yeah, Ryan Hampshire's the man who's been penalised. Here they're just holding on. And he's just stripped it. Yeah, you can see he's the other side of the play of the ball.
Surrender.
Well, here they come again. Here is Matty Staunton.
You surrender, Matt. Go on.
And they're inside that Wigan 10, and it's with Elliot Minchella. Minchella, Jez Litton, on it goes, lovely quick hands. Here's Tom Opicic, who was hoping for an offload opportunity there, but nobody in sight. Closing minutes of this first half, and Hull KR looking to strike back after that second Liam Farrell try. Quick hands finds Ryan Hall, and Hall, will he get a second? I think he has. And it's going to be another call to the video ref. Is it another show of strength from Ryan Hall? This time Jack Smith says no try.
Tackle cue on field call of no try. He's in possession well in field there, obviously, so play this through. Still clean, he's well in field, that's okay, he's still moving. He's got the black boots on. Still in field. Can we just roll this back, please? So the feet stay in field. Anything on the ball there? Because I can't see because of the leg of the Wigan man. It appears to come away from the hand, but anything from behind? This might tell us more. Anything else where we can see the hand? But an on-field call of no try. Ooh, go back on this angle, please. So we know his feet stay in the field of play, so it's just a question of grounding now. So it must stay in his hand. Can't come off onto his... Thank you, I've seen all I need.
Tom Grant having a good look at that. Ryan Hall so close to grounding that ball, but just, it seems, losing control at the crucial moment.
Bill, you talked about Morgan Smithies before, like stopping him, like hitting him with everything. This is Junior Nsemba, I think he's a quality player. Last week he was outstanding, comes up with a big play here. That's a massive effort from the youngster.
So Ryan Hall denied a second try of the night. It remains 4 points to 10 here at Craven Park.
First, move back.
Ryan Hall a threat whenever he's put into an attacking position like that, and he retains that threat.
Go two.
Here's Ryan Hampshire, Mago, Junior Nsemba. Hull KR supporters thought that was a touch forward from Patrick Mago.
Bit of panic setting in just before half-time from them.
Yeah, final minute of the first 40. Hampshire floats the ball out wide to Marshall. Marshall's worked it twice so far this evening. Can he come up with another creative opportunity? He's kicked cross field. It's a lovely kick, and Toby King is underneath it, and King cannot get the ball away. And Hull KR have it back. In fact, King was trying to offload it, gets it to Parcell. That was so nearly a brilliant kick from Marshall.
I tell you, Hull KR, they really have to sort out that right edge. Corey Hall far too nervous there. There was no need for him to make the defensive action that he did. Sometimes less is more in this game. Just relax, let things unfold, as you said earlier, Terry. Let things unfold, use the touchline as your friend. Do not go trying to solve problems. There'll be some serious conversations there going on between Opicic, Batchelor and Corey Hall on that right edge, because that's an issue for them at the moment.
And that's the final play of the game. Ethan Ryan goes to the ground, and Matt Pete, Sean O'Loughlin exchange a word. They didn't have the best of journeys to this game. It hit one or two problems on the road, arrived late, but they've got themselves going in this game for Wigan. They're ahead, but it's been a really tight first 40 minutes, and Wigan are ahead by 10 points to 4.
Yes, thanks very much, Bill. Consternation on the face of Hull KR head coach Willie Peter.
To show the league, to show the fans, show each other that they've got the character that's needed.
You both said the night would belong to the Robins. Anyone for turning at half-time?
No, I'm sticking with it. Big half for Matt Parcell, big half for Jez Litton. Hull KR.
Never
turn, Brian. Stick with me, Bet.
We have had some wild swings this year in the Betfred Super League in the second halves. Will we get more of that? We'll find out. Let's get back to our commentary team. Standing by are John Wells, Terry O'Connor and Bill Arthur.
Thank you, Brian. And it's a very tight contest at the moment. Both sides looking for improvement in the second half, no doubt. I don't think we're going to see a points fest in this game. It doesn't look as though it's going to head that way.
No, there's been a real even spread of tries, actually. 11th minute, 22nd minute, 33rd minute. What odds for a try on the 44th minute? And I tell you what, it wouldn't be a surprise if it was for Hull KR as well. They'll have a stern talking to by Willie Peters in the dressing room. Like we said at the start of the midway through the first half, better ends to sets would be a key starting point for them and try and build some pressure, because so far they've had very few looks at this Wigan line.
Well, Hull KR get their hands on the ball at the start of this second half. And they have got room for improvement. And they'll be looking to turn the tables. There's an offload from Sam Luckley.
And that's what worked for him, especially in the opening 20 minutes. The offload, playing to the left edge, setting up on the right-hand post, and then shifting it over to this side like they're doing now.
They're looking to give Wigan a taste of their own medicine as Kane Lynette is brought down just inside his own half. Parcell. Referee calls held. That's the 5th tackle as Staunton plays the ball. Mikey Lewis. Abbas Miski is underneath that one, and Sean Kenny-Dowell is there to wrap him up in the tackle. Miski clinging onto the ball for dear life.
We'll need some decent line speed here and stamp their authority on the game early on in this second half. We saw what they were like for scoring tries in this 20-minute period between 40 and 60 minutes. But they've got to hit hard as well and force some errors. The Warriors only completing at 55% in that second half. So I'm sure that in the second half, in the second half, they're going to want to whoop that.
Second versus third in this contest. Wigan in that second place. Hull KR surprising a lot of people with their third place so far this season. They have certainly made an impact so far this Super League season. That's another high kick, and Corey Hall is underneath it, and he claims it well.
Yeah, and well taken. As soon as he got that, he knew he had to fall to the ground. Otherwise, he'd be held up, driven backwards, driven to the corner. And those Hull KR fans were there just begging for a penalty here.
Jack Smith, the referee, not giving them anything. That ball's been lost by Hull KR as they came out, and it was Ethan Ryan who went without it when they've turned over possession on their own 30 of Hull KR. Now then, here is Junior Nasemba. That could be a costly error from the Robins. Bang in front of those posts. Here is Harvey Hill once more, the 19-year-old. He's played for Toulouse and the London Broncos this evening. Here he is on the big Super League stage. Set restart is signalled, and Hull KR are under pressure here as Harry Smith weaves his way across the field. Thought he'd seen an opening, but Kane Lynette slammed the door in his face. 6 again is signalled once more. Harvey Hill, strong drive from him. Hull KR under real pressure at the start of the second half here. The ball comes to Harry Smith. Here's Bevan French. French for Marshall, and Marshall will cruise in for a try of his own. A try that you can track back to a Hull KR mistake. Liam Marshall has created 2 tries this evening for Liam Farrell. Liam Marshall has got a try of his own. His 10th of the season, and no doubt about that one. No video ref referral.
Well, the play was the right option from Corey Hall. It was a despairing tackle from Mago, just stripped the ball from Ethan Ryan. I thought the idea was right, but they paid for it. 2 set restarts, and then just through the hands. You can see good lean line runs from Liam Farrell in particular. Again, that's his stock in trade. Just holds up the defence long enough to get some space on the outside. Beautiful ball from Bevan French to Liam Marshall, and he dots down. Liam Marshall over 150 metres. I reckon 100 of those have been down that left edge, supplying for Liam Farrell. This time he's the beneficiary. And just inside that 44-minute mark, the Wigan Warriors get a key score in this game. They open up a 10-point gap.
Are you going to claim that one?
He is.
It's within 60 seconds, yes.
Liam Marshall's record against the Robins is spectacular. 19 tries now in meetings with Hull KR. Now then, we've got a bit of a pause in play because there is a drone drifting over the ground. So referee Jack Smith has called a halt. Tommy Luluai signalling. And Hull KR players.
It looks like all the players are coming off the field at the minute.
Off the field. While this goes on. Well,
it's a process that will be followed. It'll be for safety precautions.
But it's a it's an annoyance, to put it mildly. Jack Smith scanning the skies to see where the intruder is. It appears to have gone behind the stands. The players are still out there.
And also checking who's got remote control in their hands as well.
Come on, we're back out, we're good to go.
And Jack Smith's, come on, let's get back out there. Not letting somebody's toy spoil our entertainment.
It wasn't that big, was it?
It's obviously protocol in these situations. It's a shame Jordan Abdul's not here. He could have just launched one of his missiles and taken the thing out of the sky.
Let's just give the players a bit more time now to just regather the thoughts.
Harry Smith lining up the conversion after that Liam Marshall try. I'm saying Liam Marshall's record is spectacular. That's 6 now in his last 4 appearances on this ground for Liam Marshall, as Harry Smith has pushed that one across the face of the posts. Let's go down. Kyle's on the sideline. Give us some news.
Indeed, yes, it's just an update on that drone. Everyone noticed it from down here at pitchside. I was doing some digging and some research. This happened before in other sports. A report was made and has been conducted into the threat of drones, what they pose to all sports stadiums. A report was conducted by the Football Safety Officers Association. This is related to football, and he said that larger concerns such as terrorism and a loss of power or visibility of the drone could cause harm to players on the pitch. That's why the players had to leave. However, as you said, it is gone now. I'll keep my eyes out. I'll see if it returns, and I'll get everyone off the pitch if needed.
Thanks, Kyle.
He's done well to get all that information in the last minute, isn't he?
So Wigan are ahead by 14 points to 4. And that's a good position for them to be in. Let's get the Wigan coaching perspective, though. Sean O'Loughlin, assistant coach, on the sidelines. It's a good start to the second half for you, Sean.
Yeah, good to get points on the board. It's a real tough, tight game. Hostile crowd, tough place to come, and yeah, we made a good start in that first half, and yeah, it's just about building on that now.
And what about improvements? What improvements are you looking for in the second half?
Probably a few both sides of the ball. Maybe a few in execution, a little bit more better finishes, and then a D on the back of that, kind of just picking up on a few of the losses we had in the first half and building on it. Yeah, but if we can finish our sets well and give our D something to get into, we'll go well.
Thanks, Sean.
Cheers, thank you.
LKR in possession then. They need a response. And here is Ryan Hall, who has been the main responder tonight for them.
Yeah, well, he's good returning the ball, isn't he? Just helping, enabling Matt Parcell to get out of dummy half. Sean O'Loughlin said it's a tough place to go. They give a penalty away in the last tackle. Is there a forearm elbow on the head?
And that's down to that effervescence out of dummy half from Matt Parcell. He's rolled his sleeves up. He's a really, really slippery customer. Very good balance, and that's that late, overly aggressive from Morgan Smithies. But that's what's causing the problem. That's what's causing the frustration in the Wigan defensive line. Then Morgan Smithies comes back for seconds, just drops that elbow.
Aggressive player, Morgan Smithies. Sometimes too aggressive, and on that occasion Jack Smith thought so. So the penalty pushes Hull up to that Wigan 20-metre line. Here is Staunton now. His involvement has been off the bench so far this season. Mikey Lewis, Minchella changes direction, goes back across the field, offloads to Matt Parcell. Parcell, he likewise checks, runs into the arms of Morgan Smithies and Sam Powell. Inside, that's Wigan 10 now, Hull KR. First real opportunity in the second half for them. Here is Sam Luckley, spinning and doing well to offload there, the big Geordie. Mikey Lewis, Kane Lynette, back towards the posts. 3 tackles gone. Parcell fancies it himself. Matt Parcell gets that down, gets the try. Matt Parcell took matters into his own hands. Has he got the try? It's another video ref call.
So it's tackle 3 on Phil call of a try. We're just looking at grounding, please. So he's clearly in possession at this point. He's turned. Keep going on this. Lose sight of the ball here. He's well in possession there. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Thank you. I've seen all I need.
Matt Parcell, they had the shirt off his back at the start of this game. He's come up with the answer with his second try of the season to breathe life into this Hull KR side. 8 points to 14, kick to come from Mikey Lewis to narrow the gap still further. Matt Parcell had a breather in the cup tie against Batley last week. Back in the side this evening. Mikey Lewis has only kicked 2 goals. But of course, no Jordan Abdul. Mikey Lewis has kicked 3. 10 points to 14, the scoreline now.
Off the back of the penalty, that man scores the try, Matt Parcell. He's in the sort of form that got him a place in the Dream Team in 2017 when he was at the Rhinos. Look, he hits, he spins, he goes over, takes Smithies. Smithies was the man who was penalised for the forearm smash in Matt Parcell's face. But again, what you've got to talk about in Hull KR is the offloading game. The offloads have been really good for them the start of this second half, like they were at the start of the first half as well.
I like what Matt Parcell does as well. He goes into contacts and then it's instinctive. He feels for the weak point, that point of least resistance, and he's able to keep control of the ball. I think he's key. It was mentioned in half-time, Jamie Jones had picked Matt Parcell out as one of those players who get him on the front foot, and he's as dangerous as anybody else in the Super League. I would expect to see Suasu Su back on the field as well soon, because they need some more direction going forwards.
That seems to have invigorated Hull KR. They really are suddenly busy and buzzing now, and here is Matt Parcell, who's responsible for that. With that try, that's the 5th tackle. They're looking to build on the back of that. Mikey Lewis picks his spot. It's Abbas Miski once again, and the wingman comes and claims that ball.
Yeah, well taken, because he had a bigger man in front of him, didn't he, in Kane Lynette? And again, knowing that he's under pressure at the back, he had to catch that ball, otherwise his team would have been under some pressure.
This game, maybe what you call a slow burner.
There's been a tactical change as well out on the field. Sean Kenny-Dow has moved from the left centre to the right wing. Corey Hall, who had a little bit of trouble in that first half dealing with that Wigan left edge attack, has been shifted into the left centre. So a tactical change there by Willie Peters off the back of a good response from Wigan's early try. They've scored and they've made a tactical positional change as well.
It's Cade Ellis playing the ball just on the halfway line. for Wigan. And Smith is able to get the kick away, but Ethan Ryan claims it and then makes a bit of ground on the return.
I love the shocker as well. It was a bit of a floater. Corey Hall with a nice strong carry. Look at that. Mikey Lewis is desperate for the quick play of the ball. Look, it's all about speed around the ruck for them in this second half. The goal forward that they're creating. Again, here goes Litton.
They've suddenly got Wigan on the back foot now. It's Litton laying the ball, looking to the referee for some sympathy there.
Well, it could have been a set restart for me, that. It was slow.
That's the 5th tackle as Suaso Su plays the ball. Here is Mikey Lewis. Lewis, short pass, not a good one. Ryan Hall ends up on the deck. That's the turnover, disappointing end to that set.
We're looking to get the ball into Ryan Hall's hands. He had a couple of chances, didn't he? Look, speed from the ruck. Mikey Lewis, nice and direct. Jez Litton on the next one. Kept on going. Look, speed from dummy half.
And you can really make it. You can really make a mess of the best defensive lines when you inject speed into it. Speed, momentum. You lose a ruck. Those two markers who normally take care of that couple of metres either side of the ruck, and that pulls into disarray the rest of the defensive line.
Wigan with Morgan Smithies now. Here is Liam Farrell, 2 tries to his name this evening on their own 40-metre line. They're trying to roll forwards now. That's good defence. Payne Lynette with a big tackle. That's the 5th, and the kick will come from Harry Smith this time. Trying to go over the top. It's safely in the hands of Sean Kenny-Dowell, who spins the pass to his fullback Ethan Ryan.
A nice return. Every time he's got hold of the ball, whether he's caught it or he's been past it, he's nice and direct with his carries. Same with Sean Kenny-Dowell there. Good step.
Oh, another good step. Striding run from Sean Kenny-Dowell. Another 35-year-old out there for Hull KR. Here is Mikey Lewis, and Lewis weaving his way through. Sniffing out an opportunity, maybe. And the Hull KR supporters, who were a bit subdued in the first half, finding their voices. Lovely offload from Ryan Hall as he went to ground. Well picked up by Dean Hadley. They're really building some momentum now at Hull KR. They're looking to capitalise on that. Here's Jez Litton. Litton's pass. Offloads from Batchelor. Back it goes. Parcell gets there first and keeps it alive once more. Here is Minchella. Wigan scrambling. They're back on their own try line as Minchella plays the ball. Litton, they're running it. And Tom Opicic can do nothing with that. It was a great passage of play from Hull KR.
Yeah, it is. Again, they're ending the sets in the right areas of the field, and they're making Wigan work. You just want, if you are Willie Peters or this 10,000 strong Hull KR crowd, you just want a little bit more now, don't you?
Do you know what?
You just want a kick rolled in. You want a repeat set. You want something.
I'd take that though, John. In the corner, turning the ball over. On the back of that now, the line speed is really strong for Willie Peters' men. Look at that.
That's great work. Liam Byrne.
You never see Liam Byrne get bent backwards like that.
Wigan are really up against it here. Hull KR invigorated. Oh, look at that.
That's a massive set of 6, that defensively.
Hadley it was who was first in there. 5th tackle. They're running it. Marshall. Wardle. Marshall back in field to Farrell, and Farrell has got some support from French, and French will take on Hall. Hall has dragged him back. The referee is going to penalise.
10 minutes.
The Hull KR man, he's going to go to the bin.
It was always, they were stretched, they were outnumbered. Ryan Hall, he was desperate because he knew that once Bevan French got that ball, that it was going to be over the try line. He could sense him coming over Hall. He kicks the ball. He knows that all he's got to do is regather it, and Ryan Hall knew that.
And it's brilliant improvisation from Wigan Warriors as you said, Terry, brilliant defensive set. They'd made 20 metres in a full set of 6. So Harry Smith plays what he sees. He plays eyes up. He sees that Sean Kenny-Dow's dropped a good 40-50 metres. And boy, they've got the reward now. They've got a chance here, a real chance.
Yeah, Ryan Hall, who has been so impressive this evening for Hull KR, off the field then. Sinbind having a breather. He's earned it, just not in those circumstances. And it's Wigan who are looking to capitalise. Hampshire floats the ball over the top, and Miskey could do nothing with that, and frustration in the Wigan coaching booth.
It's now just about time management for Hull KR. They're a man down on the field. This is generally a period of the game where if you've got the right men in charge, and Mikey Lewis and Matt Parcell, they're saying slow everything down, take your time.
Well, the last time Mike Pete's men were up against the 12-man side, they were beaten by Leeds Rhinos, weren't they, when Zain Tetavana got sent off. So Hull KR have got to do it tough here for 10 minutes before they get the most experienced player back on the field.
They've got to try and withstand Wigan's pressure. Set restart will do them some favours. Suaso Su.
So we're talking about ends of sets. You're a man down, now would be an ideal time for a repeat set. The more time you spend in possession, the more time Wigan haven't got the ball, the more of that Ryan Hall 10 minutes you soak up.
Could do with a 40-20 or something like that, but they're on the halfway line now at Hull KR. Here's Minchella, Jez Litton. Back into the middle of the field comes James Batchelor, former Wakefield man who's had an impressive debut season. Suaso Su. Matt Parcell and Mikey Lewis chips the kick in, and Miskey does well to claim that one in the traffic.
They're finishing in the corner, they put the ball up in the air, trying to make it into a contest, instead of maybe going for the sideline to waste maybe 30 seconds or so. And the Warriors now will just like to up the tempo with this game.
To try separating these two sides. And Wigan not exactly clinging on, but not convincing. Now then, is this the 40-20 attempt? Hasn't got the legs. And Ethan Ryan comes across to gather the ball.
He's impressed me, Ethan Ryan. He's had a really, really solid game.
Sean Kenny-Dowell belying the years once again.
And they're looking for that offload. And maybe in this situation, if it's not on, it's 50-50, you've just got to keep hold of it.
Tom Opicic manages to find Elliot Minchella.
That's the 18th offload from Hull KR. That's phenomenal. That's really showing you how they want to play this game.
Set restart once again. Hadley. Tell you what, he's making a good fist of this prop roll, isn't he, Dean Hadley?
I don't know many people who start their careers out wide want to be a prop forward, but he's doing a decent job.
He's Litton. Back into the middle of the field comes Lewis Johnson, just back from a loan spell by Castleford. Parcell's pass, but that's telegraphed really. And there is a reception committee for Tom Opicic. Coming up to the hour mark. Wigan ahead by 14 points to 10. Parcell, and they are in. And it's Hull KR who struck back, and it's James Batchelor who's got the try. The Robins down to 12. In theory under pressure, but it's they who have struck, and James Batchelor gets his 5th try of the season.
And it's that man Parcell again out of dummy half. Quick ball back from Elliot Minchella, and then a lovely straight line. Route one from Batchelor. It's a beautiful ball. It's a brilliant try. It's 14 points apiece, and we have got a game on now. What a subtle show of hands there. subtle interchange between Minchella and Parcello have been two of the best on the field for Hull KR. And Willie Peters is a happy, happy man. Down to 12 men. Not out of ideas, though, not by a long stretch.
And now, Hull KR have the opportunity, despite the absence of Ryan Hall, to take the lead for the first time this evening. And the conversion, straightforward one, 4.5, just under for Ryan Hall to sit out. Mikey Lewis then with a straightforward conversion attempt to give Hull KR the lead.
And we talked, didn't we, about the 40 to 60 minute mark. The graphic was put up at half-time, and they've proven us right. They've backed up the stats, and Mikey Lewis puts KR in the lead.
You know what's been good with them, and I think Minchella, you talked about it, about what he's done. The second phase, the turn-up players that they've got, punching a line. Like you said before, 18 offloads to 2. That doesn't go down as an offload, that little turn-up play. But a man who just punches a line. He was excellent in round 1, James Batchelor. He's had a great year, and those fans now, well, and they're starting to believe that this exciting side can close down this game.
The tables have been turned then. Wigan's lead has never looked that convincing. And this Hull KR side, they haven't sprung into life, but there's much more zip about them in this second half.
And I tell you what, the change with Sean Kennedy going to the wing and Corey Hall going to the centre, which, by the way, I believe is his long-term position, Corey Hall, I think has given both of them more opportunity. Corey Hall looks a really good, strong runner of a ball. Sean Kennedall's getting his hands on the ball at least once a set from the backfield. It's transformed this side.
Do you know what Sean Kennedall will be for Corey Hall? He's a good mentor, isn't he? He's obviously retiring from playing at the end of the year, but he's going to be sticking around doing some work with the younger players. And I'm sure one of the players that will benefit from that man's experience is Corey Hall.
Mikey Lewis, and he just drills that kick to the sideline.
Nice game management. That's exactly what you're after. He knew that he's still got Ryan Hall in the sin bin. He took his time with the goal kick, the conversion after the try was scored. Again, he's just wasting a bit of time until he gets back onto the field.
That could be ominous for Wigan, couldn't it? Ryan Hall's had a bit of a breather. He can be refreshed and he'll come back and wreak more havoc.
He's still the top meter maker for Hull KR, and he's had 10 minutes on the sidelines, over 100 metres just after the hour mark.
And he's done that carrying Wigan players on his back some of the time. So Wigan, what have they got in response? Ryan Hampshire, here's Bevan French. French, the pass almost behind Amos Miski. It put him under a bit of pressure if he wasn't under pressure already. There is Ryan Hampshire, his second Wigan appearance. He made his first. Well, he'd signed for Wigan as a 16-year-old. He's 28 now. He's back at Wigan. His kick is a high one. Ethan Ryan is underneath it. And Farrell arriving, the chorus of boos from the KR supporters.
Fine. That's fine. Maybe for the second effort, but not for the initial contact.
Corey Hall playing the ball. Here is Opicic now.
Good work again by the backfield. That was Kenny Dowell, Hall, Opicic. 3 backfield players. Parcel on the move again. Momentum gained. Forwards given a rest. All smart stuff.
And another kick drilled to the sideline by Mikey Lewis.
Well, they were just looking around, some of the KR players, just having a look at the sideline, seeing if he took his bib off. Yeah, you can see he's getting ready to enter the field again. Here he goes. Mikey Lewis knew exactly what he was doing. The last 2 times that he's had hold of the ball, he's kicked it off the field. We've got to get a few tackles here now before he gets back onto the field.
Well, they've taken the lead in the game in his absence of Hull KR.
Are you saying they don't need him, Bill?
I'm saying that Wigan started the second half strongly, didn't they? I mean, they scored the try. They haven't been able to capitalise on that, and the game is increasingly...
The speed of the game, the speed of the ruck from Hull KR in the second half. The offloads. Again. That's it. Look, like you could see when they were making that play then, and Bevan French was trying to make his way over to the right-hand side. You can see Ryan Hall come back onto the field. There's no one jumping out the line. Just push across with him, keep communicating, keep talking to the man next to you. In a team sport, defensive side, the best defensive sides in the competition, they're good communicators.
And there's a concern here as well for Wigan. Bevan French just receiving some treatment. He's fallen heavily on that shoulder. Look, he's not somebody you need to be tentative about going into tackles. They need someone of his talent, of his calibre, because they find themselves, albeit by 2 points, but against this partisan crowd and against the momentum of... And now Hull KR side fully restored with this man back on the field.
And there's a high offside. I thought he was going to penalise Wigan for a high tackle, but it's offside that Jack Smith has gone for.
Yeah, it was offside. It was Toby King that jumped.
So Wigan making a rod for their own back with that indiscipline, because Hull KR really are running hot at the moment. It's now a chilly evening in East Yorkshire, but it's a very, very warm atmosphere here. Here is Litton, and that was high, says the referee.
Well, Brad O'Neill, you know, he spins around, he catches him, he just spots something, Chesley, and he goes for it. And Brad O'Neill, desperation, comes across. You can see he looks to beat Shorrocks. Brad O'Neill, they run a play as well, they don't go for 2 points.
Well, it's a gift 2 points, so they must feel something. They must feel that this Wigan side is ready to break. It's creaking.
They've got the momentum of Hull KR. It's Elliot Minchella. Here is Batchelor. Brad O'Neill down low with the tackle. Matt Parcell, Mikey Lewis, back into the middle comes Kane Lynette. Strong drive from him, just held up short of that try line, the Scottish international. Parcell, they surely won't let him get away with another one. He was thinking about it, but he just lost his footing, did Matt Parcell, just at the crucial point. Mikey Lewis, here's Minchella, here's Batchelor once more. That's the 5th tackle. Parcell waiting. Little kick from Jez Litton. They're all chasing it, and it's been grounded. It's been grounded by Lewis Johnson, I think. Johnson, I think, has got that down. Jack Smith certainly has. The little kick from Jez Litton. And Lewis Johnson just back at the club after a loan spell. His first appearance of the season for Hull KR, and he gets a try that extends the Robins lead.
That was an inspired decision not to go for the 2, wasn't it? Willie Peters here say, listen, play on. He can feel what the rest of the Hull KR players could feel as well, and that is a lovely depth kick into space. Be interested to see where Bevan French was at the start of that play. Jez Litton would know. That is a beautifully weighted soft kick that dissected the Wigan defence. And there's a man who's out to prove a point. Lewis Johnson back from a loan period and gets his rewards for following up.
It looks easy, that, but that was a great take from Johnson. Under some pressure, body's in motion, and that's what it means to the coach. Willie Peters, wow, loving his time here in East Hull.
Well, Lewis Johnson, as mentioned, just back at the club after making 3 substitutes appearances for the Castleford Tigers. And this is his first appearance under Willie Peters. And it's his first try since 2021 season. And what a game to get it in against the side just above them in the table, Matt Peets, Wigan Warriors, stony-faced Wigan coach, his side facing 3 Super League defeats in a row, the way this game is standing at the moment. They lost the last 2 in Super League against Hull and Warrington, and Leeds, I beg your pardon, Hull and Leeds. They beat Leeds in the Cup, but in Super League, well, they are heading for 3 defeats in a row. Mikey Lewis heading for 2 more points.
Well, you look at the turnaround in this KR side, 8th last year, could be 2nd tonight if they go on and get the win. Jesley, a nice little kick, and Johnson, look, he's under pressure from Marshall, who's desperate to get the ball over the dead ball line. He does well to get it, ground it, put them into a commanding lead here now. 8 points, short kick-off from Wigan.
And that's come off.
Well, Wigan are going to get the ball there. Yeah. The referee saying that ball come off Corey Hall. Big defensive set of 6 now.
Yeah, immediately Wigan, from the restart, have an opportunity to maybe construct something threatening here. So they give it to Cade Ellis to make the first dent in Hull KR's defence. Here goes Joe Shorrocks. Hull KR just about back on their own try line now. Shorrocks plays the ball. Harry Smith. Liam Byrne legs driving. Takes him close. Held calls the referee. Another short pass. Cade Ellis is going to go over the line. He's held up. So they're trying the heavy brigade so far, Wigan. Inside the last 10 minutes, that's 4 tackles gone. Brad O'Neill. Good defence. Hadley very quickly up on Shorrocks. Harry Smith, and Smith will dink a ball into the air. It's batted down. The ball is still loose, and Smith, has he got that down? I don't think he has. He's been held up. That's magnificent defence, because it opened up there for Harry Smith for a moment.
Well, I think there's a mistake. You can see that the desperation from Hull KR to stop Harry Smith getting the ball down. The ball was kicked in the air. There was a mistake from a Hull KR player.
And what you saw throughout that entire set of defence was it was pressure from Hull KR, but it was connected.
I think it's 6 to go, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, more pressure. Hull KR just scrambling to deal with that kick, but at the expense of giving Wigan another opportunity. French for Marshall. Marshall puts the brakes on and somehow manages to keep that ball in the field of play. Here is French drifting across the field, taking matters into his own hands and almost finding a way through. Bevan French. Panic in the Hull KR ranks there. Short ball from Hampshire to Kane Ellis again. And Ellis tackled about 5 metres away from that Hull KR line. Wigan desperately hammering at the Hull KR defence. French sells the dummy. Eventually gives the pass to Farrell. Farrell will try and straighten up here, but he's got Batchelor on his back. Parcell there as well. 4 tackles gone. Brad O'Neill's pass. Shorrocks, Harry Smith, little kick over the top. Marshall! Marshall gets the try. And Wigan hit back. Liam Marshall's try makes it 20 in his career against Hull KR, and this could be a crucial one.
Well, there's going to be a bit of fight in Matty Pete's side, isn't there, right the way to the end of this game. Good in the air, Marshall, and he just gets himself in the right position. It's a nice kick from Harry Smith, puts it on the head of Sean Kenny-Dowell. And Marshall just makes sure that he competes, he out-jumps him, comes up with the play that's needed. They had a couple of repeat sets of 6. The pressure was enough for them. And Hull KR now, well, they've got it all to do in the final, 6.5 minutes?
Can't tell you how good that kick was. It was off the outside of his boot, and it had to be lofted enough to make Sean Kenny-Dowell backpedal and look over his shoulder. Sean Kenny-Dowell must be 8 foot tall with his arms outstretched. That was pinpoint precision from Harry Smith.
This needs to be a good kick from Harry Smith as well. He kicked only 1 from 4 against Leeds in the Cup last week, and he's pushed that one across the face of the posts as well. 1 from 4 again tonight. 22 points to 18. Marshall's second try of the night.
Well, strap yourselves in for the last 6 minutes of this game. Take a look again at that kick. It was perfect. It had to be, and it was snatched out the grasp of Sean Kenny-Dowell by Liam Marshall, one of the standout players for the Wigan Warriors. He's clocked over 200 metres supplying tries for Liam Farrell, and then he's nipped in with 2 of his own, his 11th of the season, and he's closing the gap, isn't he, to Josh Charnley and Tom Johnson at the top of that try-scoring list.
Just a bit of anxiety in that Wigan coaching box. Willie Peters quickly puts the headset on. He's spotted something, sends the instructions out. Now then, Marshall is underneath that. Can Hull KR hold their nerve? Can Wigan find something in the last 5.5 minutes of this contest? Liam Marshall's try, his second of the night, has given them hope. This game, like we said, has been a slow burner.
And it's anybody's game, isn't it? Well, just a 4-point lead. You just think that that's not enough for Hull KR.
Brad O'Neill has managed to offload that ball. Cade Ellis gets it away to Patrick Mago. A groan from the Hull KR supporters as Wigan were allowed to do that. And Mago's taken them just shy of that 30-metre line. Shorrocks, Hampshire, here is French, King swats aside the first challenges. Eventually it's Batchelor who gets a hold of an ankle. That's the 5th tackle. And Smith, what will he come up with here? They're running it. French manages to offload it. Cade Ellis, and Ellis puts a kick in. And Hull KR managed to get that in the field of play.
You know, Dean Hadley come up with a massive play then to stop Bevan French. When the ball goes away from you, it's easy to switch off. You've got to make sure that you keep on your toes. Oh, shot! Well, he runs straight into Shorrocks, Mikey Lewis and Cade Ellis, and he gets a good one. Hey, look, if you're in a robbing shirt now, you know what's coming at you. Bringing the ball away from the line, if it's going to be a slow play of the ball, you expect these Warriors players to fly off the line.
Hull KR heading for a double this season against the Wigan Warriors. They beat them in round 1, and they are on course for victory here tonight, but it's going to be a nerve-wracking last few minutes in this contest. Mikey Lewis misses the kick. It's Jez Litton who missed his kick, I beg your pardon, and Wigan have it back on the Hull KR 40-metre line.
It was a tight angle over on the right-hand side. If you're going to go for the touchline, you wouldn't have got the distance on it. Needed to come to the left. Off a +2. Look at this pressure. I think it's Shorrocks.
Shorrocks from the inside. That's insane pressure. Having done that defensive work he's done, these are the key moments that could make the difference for Wigan.
Patrick Mago again, good strength from the sub. Hampshire, on it goes to French, and French is a real threat. So is Marshall. Marshall back in field. Dummies. Takes the tackle eventually. 3 tackles gone. Wardle. Here is Liam Farrell. Farrell, a change of direction from him. Wigan edging closer to that try line. Shorrocks pass. Mago.
Big tackle.
That's the 5th tackle. Harry Smith. Oh, Smith, the ball goes backwards, says the referee. Still on the last. Little kick comes through. Ryan Hall has it, and Ryan Hall makes it safe.
And that's massive. The fact he's managed to stay in play there is absolutely huge.
Well, I was going to say, because he's so powerful, they don't manage to manhandle him and take him over the try line.
Strong run from Sam Luckley, looking forward to returning to his native northeast for the
we need a big carry here before looking
magic
for that
weekend.
sideline.
Yeah, here is Litton, and Litton, Mago is in his face. The referee says set restart.
Well, this will certainly help them now. They can play out this set of 6.
Luckley once more, just inside their own half.
Look, you can just keep it nice and tight. This next set of 6, look for the sideline on the last play, kick it off the field.
And backy defence, which is what they've done so well this season.
Suaso Su now. 4 tackles gone. Here's Kane Lynette.
You bet your bottom dollar it's going to go. Is it going to go to Mikey Lewis to find this sideline? No, it's not.
No, it's Matt Parcell who's going to run it, and Hadley, and surely Mikey Lewis is going to kick it. No, he's going to lose possession, and they're going to hand over on that Wigan 10.
Yeah, that's the one element I don't think they've got quite right this evening.
You were saying before about finishing your sets well. Yeah. That's a prime example of not finishing your set well.
Yeah,
looking at the scoreboard.
And win or lose, that will be essential to the review, I would imagine, for Willie Peters. That could have been better this evening, whatever happens. Right, what have you got, Wigan Warriors?
It's got to be something spectacular in the final minute of this game. It could be Bevan French. It could be Liam Marshall. Marshall has got the pace. Has he got inside support? Marshall is away from the first. He's brought down. It was a great tackle from Batchelor. Ryan was there to support him. They're not done yet, Wigan. They're not done yet. It's with Shorrocks. Shorrocks fires the pass. Miskey comes in field. Last 30 seconds of the game. The ball reaches Harry Smith. Smith. Hampshire. Bevan French now. French. They have got the man out wide is Marshall. Marshall and Batchelor is there once more to make the tackle. Marshall struggling to get to his feet. Smith quickly on it comes to Liam Farrell. Farrell. The ball reaches Toby King. Miskey! Oh, what a tackle that is, surely. What a tackle that is. Or has Miskey got the try? Has Miskey got the try? Or has Mikey Lewis saved the day? Jack Smith says it's a try. Mikey Lewis desperately trying to save the situation there. But video ref Tom Grant is going to have to look at this.
Tackle 4, on-field call a try, touch and goal grounding, so he's clearly in possession and he's well up at this point, so nice and slow on this one. Just roll this angle back, please. So he's got white boots. The corner flag is irrelevant, so keep going on this, back on this, so the feet are well up. Thank you, I've seen all I need.
He's been quick on the job this evening as Tom Grant. He's had a quick look at that, and Abbas Miskey in the final seconds of the game has got the try for the Wigan Warriors, his 5th of the season. And what a finish to this contest. It's not over yet. Kick to come.
Well, what about Harry Smith? He's not been great, has he, from the
kicked
team?
1 from 4 this evening.
Harry Smith to win the game after the final hooter, and it's a sideline conversion. He's missed plenty this evening.
Well, his kicking percentage over the years 68%, isn't it?
Yeah, this is what he's not come up with so far this season. So far this game, 1 out of 4, 8 points missed, 8 points not collected. This is the 3rd. But I tell you what, there's none more important in the context of both of these team seasons. We've been saying all evening how close they are, how little separates the two of them, not just on the table, but points scored, points conceded. Fans can't look. Some are praying, some are looking the other way, Bill. It's all on the kick.
How costly was that last player
in
the other end of the field? Get it off the field.
Yeah.
Look at the scoreboard. See what's in front of you.
So this to win the game for the Wigan Warriors for Harry Smith. Or we go to golden point. Smith, has he found his kicking boots to win this one? From the sideline, it's wide of the target again. It's 22 points apiece. Golden point it is. It had to be, really, didn't it? 2nd versus 3rd. So close in terms of points scored and points conceded this season, these two sides. It was bound to be close. It couldn't get any closer.
Well, what a finish from the Wigan Warriors. The try was scored literally as the hooter sounded. Farrell scraping across the field, and it's Ryan Hall who steps in on the defence. What a finish in the corner by Abbas Miski. Under the attentions of Mikey Lewis, a scrambling Mikey Lewis. That is a superb finish to take us to Golden Point.
Outstanding.
And we wouldn't have it any other way, would we, as fans of this game? Fans of Hull KR would disagree.
Oh, the frustration.
But I tell you what, if you're watching at home, wow.
Abbas Miski has been in form in the last few games. That's 5 tries in his last 8 appearances now for the Lebanese international, once of the London Broncos. And he's come up with the goods there. We saw some strong finishing from Ryan Hall. That was just about on a par.
Yeah, we've got to finish here. We have got to finish here, haven't we? 2 very nervous coaches' boxes, knowing that either side could have won this game with plenty to spur.
Who has got the golden point in this game? Here is Liam Byrne. And Byrne is driven back by a posse of Hull KR defenders as Wigan try and find a way up the field to get within range, maybe of the boot of Harry Smith. He's kicked 1 drop goal already this season.
Well, you would assume it's Hull KR who've won the toss there to kick and put in a good defensive effort, because midway through the set they've made 20-25 metres. KR are going to get the first shot at this.
4 tackles gone. Unless they can unlock the defence again, and they... Oof.
Oh, did well.
Jake Wardle juggling with that one. Harry Smith is going to have to launch the kick high. It's not a great kick. And it's gone out on the full. Oh, catastrophic.
You know, and things like that's the difference, isn't it? Pressure affects you in many ways, whether you're getting pressure off a man who's defending or just because of where you are and how important and how close this game is.
Terry, when do you take the shot?
Yeah,
what tackle do you take the shot?
Well, as soon as you get a quick play of the ball, if you can get one, not this one, a couple more players, someone sitting in the pocket to slot it over.
And I think there is a bit of a breeze at the Robins back, so that might help them. And they're within range now, aren't they, really? Litton is in position.
Yeah, Mikey Lewis as well is in position.
Mikey Lewis, they're spoilt for choice, really.
Oh, it's coming now, I think.
Mikey Lewis is in position. He's waiting for the ball. He has the ball. He goes for it. He hits the post, and they get the ball back, and they're going to have another go. They're offside. Oh, what a let-off. He's hit the post, Mikey Lewis. Anguish.
Wow.
Unbelievable. And then Matt Parcell is offside. What a let-off for the Wigan Warriors. They get the opportunity now to maybe get themselves in position.
Yeah, Matt Parcell, who stood in front of Mikey Lewis. And look at the frustration on the coach. Well, the relief on that coach, Matt Pete.
Liam Byrne. Wigan's turn now to try and build a position. Hull KR will look to stifle anything they've got. They're on the halfway line of the Warriors as Cade Ellis plays that ball. Here is Shorrocks now, wrestling his way up to the 40-metre line. And that's more good defence from KR. 4 tackles gone. It's with Hampshire. Back into the middle of the field. Comes Morgan Smithies. He's lost the ball. Play on, says the referee. They will play on. And they'll come away with it. It's Sam Wood in possession. Wigan spilling it. And KR could capitalise on this now.
Yeah, just as all the Warriors players were setting up then for the 1 point, they make an error.
Referee says play on. KR supporters appealing. Jez Litton, little scampering run. Ryan Hall. Sam Wood. 3 tackles gone this set. At the moment 40 metres away. Jez Litton. Suaso Su. 4 tackles gone. Dean Hadley will try and win some more yards, but that's as close as they're going to get. Mikey Lewis again, standing, waiting, trying to find some space, and Lewis gets the ball away. It's with Ethan Ryan now. Ryan, Jez Litton instead goes to the skies. Liam Marshall is underneath it. The ball is batted down, and it's with Bevan French.
And it was the right decision from Jez Litton, because many a player would have tried to snap a drop goal. He wasn't in position. He'd had too much pressure on him. So that's the next best result you can get.
We've had 4 minutes so far of Golden Point extra time here at Sewer Group Craven Park. 22 points apiece. Mikey Lewis has hit the post with the first attempt to decide this game. Shorrock sets a good run from him. Good strong run. Wins some yards for Wigan. Inside Hull KR territory they are now. 3 tackles gone. It's with Harry Smith. Here's Bevan French. French across the field. French opens him up. French opens him up. And Farrell gets his hat-trick. Farrell decides this game with his hat-trick try. What a way to end the night. Liam Farrell, his hat-trick try, deciding this epic contest. Bevan French, they'd managed to keep him quiet at Hull KR. But it's Wigan who will take the points. Hull KR, desolate, cannot believe the way this game has ended. Wigan with an Abbas Miski snatching Golden Point extra time. Mikey Lewis hitting the post with a drop goal attempt in Golden Point extra time. And then Bevan French working his magic to create the third try of the night for Liam Farrell. What a finish to this game. Liam Farrell's 4th career hat-trick. What a night to get it, what a game to get it in.
What an unbelievable finish, and they'd kept Bevan French quiet, hadn't they, for large periods of this game. They've gone to the short side. French looking at this point, he's just waiting for an opening. The dummy, the pace, it's the sheer pace. It's always the pace with Bevan French. And then Liam Farrell, his 3rd try of the night, his hat-trick. He won't care how many he's scored. Just take another look at this. Stop, change of direction. The danger is always the pace. He is electric. He's a match winner. He's one of the best we've got in Super League. And the Wigan Warriors show their credentials and show why they are still one of the best sides in Super League.
It's cruel, Matty Pete. Well, he knows he's got a player that he would enhance any team in Super League. And they've won it. They've snatched it. A cruel way to finish this game. But there was always going to be a winner, always going to be a loser, and Wigan go on with the points. Outstanding.
And their run of losses in East Yorkshire comes to an end in the most dramatic of ways. They'd lost on their last 3 visits to this part of the world. Matt Peets has calmed down. Liam Marshall, a massive performance from him. Wigan, almost dead and buried with seconds to go, have won this game in the most dramatic of fashions. What a finish. 22-26 the final score.